school basketball on iTalk 1067 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Honda's in Outdoor Sport, Beamer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and Little Blue Bird Studios. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Blue Ridge High School, home of the White Mountain Holiday Classic Basketball Tournament. We're going to tip off the second game of the day between the Gila Ridge Hawks and the Florence Gophers. The Gophers wearing red on your screen, the Gila Ridge Hawks in their Columbia blue / North Carolina blue / baby blue and white. And first, right out of the bucket, we have Jamison Kay, the junior, for 3 points.
Aaron, let me tell you about Jamison Kay. Yesterday, as a junior, he reached his 1,000-point mark in his career. And he's just a junior. He needed 17 points. He hit 16 in the first quarter yesterday.
That's amazing. It's a great feat for a high school athlete. I'm Aaron Hewish. I'm joined by Brandon Todd here on the air today. And we're going to do our best to bring you some White Mountain style basketball here in the Blue Ridge Holiday Tournament. We're going to look for some of the names that are going to be keeping us up to date for the game. And as we go through, the winner of this game is going to face the Santan Foothill SaberCats, I believe, in the championship of the Blue Ridge White Mountain Holiday Classic Basketball Tournament at 4:30 right here on iTalk1067.com. And real early in the game, the Gila Ridge Hawks off to a 3-0 lead. Jamison Kay brings the ball down, crosses the time stripe right by our table. He gives it out to number 23, Jordan Stevens, the sophomore for the Hawks. Off rebound, Florence down the court, and that is going to be number 12, Victor Aguirre for the Florence Gophers.
It's a great job by Florence right there, getting the rebound, hitting the outlet pass, not wasting any time, just pushing the ball up the court, getting a quick bucket.
Now, Brandon, one of the advantages you and I have as we sit here is we're not necessarily basketball guys per se if you look at our physiques and our builds. So we can actually look to the video broadcast here. We're going to do as best as we can to keep you updated on the action, but we can talk about a little bit of what's going on here. You mentioned Jamison Kay. Is there anybody else that you learned of yesterday from this Gila Ridge Hawks team that we're going to be looking at?
So the two people that the Gophers really need to shut down during this game is obviously Jamison Kay, number 11, the junior, and number 2, Wiggins. Both of them yesterday led the team in scoring with over 20 points in the game that we covered yesterday. Oh, look at that. On cue, Jamison Kay hits the three-point bucket, the deep three-point bucket, with the foul. Chance for a 4-point play.
Wow. 6-2, 5:56 left. 5:56 left, 6-2 by the Gila Ridge Hawks. Starting tonight for the Gophers, we have number 2, Bryce Mency, number 5, Eddie Chappell, number 12, Victor Aguirre, number 22, Danny Seta, and number 52, Malik Payton. 52 Payton with the shot off the mark. Rebound is by Connor White. Starters for the Gila Ridge Hawks. Number 2, the junior, C.J. Wiggins. Number 11, the junior, Jamison Kay. Number 12, Connor White. Number 22, Christian Medina or Medina. Not sure how that one goes.
I went with Medina yesterday.
Okay, I think we're going to go with Medina today. But, see, I lived near Medina, Minnesota, spelled the same. So you just never know, Brandon. You never know. Number 10, Jordan Stevens. No, excuse me, number 23, Jordan Stevens, the sophomore. 10 being the year sophomore, for those of you who abbreviate high school classes. And, early on, Brandon, I'm looking here as we have the advantage of having the screen in front of us. One thing I've noticed is this Gila Ridge Hawks team looks like they're going to live and die by the three. Yay or nay on that?
Well, they certainly have some three-point shooters on their roster with Kay and White will put up a three-pointer, definitely Wiggins. But also, they have ability to move the ball around, be unselfish with the basketball, and get the ball inside to the big man.
There's a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. The Sholo Ford presentation of White Basketball, iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Welcome back to the White Mountain Holiday Classic 6-2. The early lead by the Gila Ridge. 5 minutes, 12 seconds left to play in this first quarter. I'm Aaron Hughes, joined by Brandon Todd.
This is North End Pioneer College kickoff, or excuse me, tip-off. This is wrong sport.
Wrong sport.
When it comes time to tip off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in Arizona. That's North End Pioneer College.
And you know, Brandon, we want to point out especially that these sponsors, these broadcasts are not possible for you at home, and so we really encourage you to support our sponsor, Shola Ford, Summit Healthcare. Not that you have a choice if you have an emergency. Ace Hardware and their lock service. That's great staff over there. And, of course, Northland Pioneer College, our local college. And there's a nice move by number 23, the sophomore, Jordan Stevens for 2. Gives the Hawks an early 8-2 lead on the Gophers.
And not only is it an impressive move by the sophomore, a little spin move there down low, but then the hustle to get back on defense.
Oh, absolutely. It's a good, we had a chance before the game to talk to Coach Joe Daly of these Hawks, and he said he loves coming to this tournament because he feels like his players come up here in the cold and the altitude, and they go home with a different attitude, and they can run and play. So there's 22, Smith off the mark. Oh, no, that's Medina. Medina, excuse me. 22 outshot Seda with a 15-foot jumper for the Gophers. That gives us an 8-4 lead for the Hawks at this point.
Good cross-court pass, good vision.
Those are some long rebounds. Kay on the rebound. Kay throws up an errant shot, kicks it out to Wiggins. Wiggins off the mark. And that is going to be rebounded by Aguirre, I believe. Aguirre, a little bit of a force there in the middle. 22 Seda off the mark for the Gophers. Rebound is to Aguirre, kicks it off to Seda, and Seda puts it through for another 2. 8-6 early on.
Early on, we're seeing a lot of offensive rebounds, and that's a killer for both squads. You really want to cut down on the second chance opportunities if you're on the defensive buckets. Get a good box out, get the ball. You got to capitalize on missed shots because, as you see there, the Hawks aren't going to miss many.
Wow, that was Medina with a long 3. Give us the chance to get to Chappell. First time we've mentioned Chappell on the air today. He gives it back to number 2. That's Mency. Mency puts it up off the back of the iron. And our wonderful officiating crew whistles it dead here. Our officials tonight are wow, it's like 10:30 in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Our officials this morning are Paul Hancock, Scott Baker, and Jake Udall. A great officiating crew coming to regulate this game today. We're going to have Mency bringing the ball. Mency puts it out. Rebound is now to Mency. Comes in, gets the rebound, and he is off the mark. Gila Ridge driving with the ball.
You know, Paul Hancock, one of our officials this morning's game, he helped us out with our broadcast yesterday, did some color for us, and I think it might have actually been our game that we covered with Gila Ridge. I can't specifically remember which game, but he might have covered the game where Jameson Kay hit his 1,000-point.
Interesting, yeah. So Kay there with another 2 puts a 13-6 lead on the game. I did not see who made that.
That's Chappell.
Chappell threw that up for 3. 13-9 lead for the Hawks.
Wow.
And that is Medina throwing up another 3. 16-9 score. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Gophers off the mark. Rebound is by Stevens. Stevens throws it down to Smith. Smith with a layup. Kind of a putback. Smith's going to miss it off the guard. And there's Aguirre. And Aguirre rebounded it, and he looks like he's going to be hit by number 22, Medina, on the foul. That's going to be his first personal, and I believe first team foul. First personal, first team of the half. 2:04 left, 16-9.
There's only been 2 whistles in this period. Nice fast-paced game. Officials letting the boys play on that last drive. The Gophers got lucky on that missed layup because Mency, not a great job playing defense, didn't get his feet, tried to poke the ball from around the ball carrier instead of getting his feet in front of him and stopping the ball. And Gophers got lucky that he missed the layup.
Well, that's Seda for the 3, and we're going to get whistled for that's a jump ball. Mr. Udall there whistles the jump ball, and again, we can't give enough of a shout out. These boys have been playing on their 3rd day, but these officials have been going that many times too.
Oh, certainly.
We talked to Mr. Hancock earlier, and he said that he's having a rough time even moving today, and that's the unsung heroes. I've always maintained there's about 5 things you need to play a game, and one of those is the officials. So shout out to them for doing such a great job in this tournament. There's White bringing it around, kicks it back out to Medina. Medina right at the top of the key, hands it over to Smith. Smith's going to look back to the middle of the key. He's going to hand it to Kay. Kay, definitely the scorer of this team. Kay is going to shoot. He's going to be off the mark. However, he is going to be fouled by, I believe that's number 10, Caleb Brunner. First personal, first team?
That's how I pronounced it yesterday too, Brunner. First opportunity for the either team to visit the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw line.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, one of our huge sponsors up here. Definitely, if you need auto glass in the White Mountains, there's them and there's Deemer's Glass and what they do for the youth of this region. Jameson makes his first free throw. Off the mark on the second one, 17-9 with 1:18 left here in the first quarter.
Another offensive rebound.
Kay from way down, and Kay's off the mark. Rebound is by
It's Peyton.
Peyton, 52 for the Gophers, and Peyton is looking for a foul. Ball goes off Kay, so it's going to be Gopher ball with 17-9 the score. 1:08 left here early in the game, late in the first quarter. Out to Seta. Seta 22. Give is to Peyton. Peyton looking. Kicks it across the court to Chappell. Chappell inside to Brunner. Brunner hands it back out to Peyton. Peyton back out to Chappell, and we're off the mark. And Kay is going to be whistled for his first personal foul.
Good vision by Mincy right there, seeing the cutting. Number 10 is, what's his name?
Gophers?
Yes.
That's Brunner.
Brunner, yeah.
Brunner.
Good job by Mincy seeing the cutting Brunner. Nice little touch pass. Unable to convert to the layup, but heading to the Mount Mobile Auto Glass free throw line. It's the first.
That's going to give us 17-10 here, and a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw. He hits both of them. Quick whistle, and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. 17-11. The Gila Ridge Hawks up on the Florence Gophers. Cox to inbound the ball. Cox is going to inbound to Kay.
Rosenberry checking in for the Gophers.
There's Jameson Kay. Kay kicks it over to no, that's not Aguirre. Aguirre's on the Gophers. That's White. White out to Smith. Smith over to White again, who gives it to Wiggins. Wiggins kind of haven't called his name much, but he's been very integral on the inside of that defense. Kay drive off the mark. Kay gets his own rebound off the mark, and we are going to have a foul, and Kay's going to be at the line for two.
That's just hustle right there by Jameson Kay, missing the layup, but having the fortitude to stand his ground, go up tall, get his rebound, keep the ball up high, put it back up, and now he gets a chip to try to get two easy ones.
Rosenberry's going to be whistled for his first foul, second team foul, and Kay's off at the line. I don't think Kay's quite feeling his mark here at 10:40 in the morning on a Saturday when he's got about a 7-hour drive home tonight. Kay makes his second one. Whistle's going to be blown dead. 18-11 here. 23 seconds left in the first quarter.
Kay's going to take his first seat of the ball game. That'll bring in number 33, Ammon Cox.
Ammon Cox is in. Gophers bring the ball down, bring it out to Peyton. Peyton drives the lane, puts in what looks like an easy layup, high off the glass, 4-2. 18-13 as we wind down the first quarter. Long three by number 2. That's C.J. Wiggins. And the first quarter comes to a close. Your score, 18-13. The Gila Ridge Hawks up. This is Shoal Ford's presentation of White Mountain Basketball on iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here home.
Welcome back to Blue Ridge High School, home of the White Mountain Holiday Classic, the 20th annual White Mountain Holiday Classic boys basketball tournament. The Gila Ridge Hawks in the championship bracket up 18-13 on to the Florence Gophers. The winner set to play the Santan Foothills Sabercats out of the 3A Central. As we get ready for the second quarter, again 18-13, the Gila Ridge Hawks on top here at Blue Ridge High School. Always a fun atmosphere here at Blue Ridge High School to turn your head from left to right and up and down and look at the championship banners that don the gym here. Any of these White Mountain gyms you come into, Brandon, have the banners, the championship banners at a very prestigious location.
It does seem like Blue Ridge has more than most, though.
It does. I think they honor like their chess champion at some point up on the wall here. I did see something like that. Yes, there it is. Chess Region Champions 2007. And I'm not.
Oh, that's a real thing. I thought you were joking.
Oh, no, I'm not joking, Brandon. I am 100% serious, my good friend.
Yeah, he's right there.
There's 22. Medina with 2 points, 20-13 here early. Florence with a fumble with the steal, and gives it right back to the Hawks. But, talking about sports here in the White Mountains, Brandon, you go to these gyms and you see the banners and the teams, and, a lot of us who have grown up with it or are from around here remember some of these teams and remember even the opposing teams when you look around. And always fun for the kids to come in and see, and hopefully they can be a future. Not so much lately with the private and charter schools that have moved in and dominated the land, but us in the White Mountains we're not bitter about that at all.
Oh, yeah, we're not. Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, Kay at the line. Kay makes his first one, makes his second one, puts 2 on the board for the Hawks, 22-13, with 7.5 left in this second quarter. We've got Peyton bringing the ball down. Peyton kicks it back around to Seda. Seda across the court to Rosenberry. We're whistled for a foul, and looks like we're going to have a Heelerich foul on 23, Jordan Stevens. That's going to be his personal, team third.
I like that the refs are letting the boys play. You don't see too many whistles. We're only 7 total fouls in the game here going into the second period. I'd have to say the Gophers have done a pretty good job not allowing Jamison Kay to get many easy buckets. They're definitely contesting most of his shots. And while the Hawks do have a 9-point lead, we saw Jamison Kay rattle off 16 in the first period last game. So decent job by the Gophers. They're just needing to capitalize on their own offensive possessions and take care of the ball.
He's at 12 for the game right now, which is impressive before half. There is a long court pass by Stevens, and simply number 2, Wiggins, just
slipped.
Yeah.
Tripped.
So we're not going to blame the court because the court looks like it is in immaculate shape.
Sometimes they're snipers.
Yes.
It happens.
Mency with the ball, brings it down to Chappell, who misses, gets his own rebound, misses, kicks out, rebound by the Hawks, out to Stevens. Stevens through the middle, brings it all the way, almost coast to coast. Ball's out of bounds. Ball is called on him, and Gophers are going to get the ball here.
I enjoy watching Stevens play. He plays hard. He's a sophomore, but he's a big sophomore. He plays hard down low. He plays hard on the defensive ball or on the defensive board. He's a fun kid to watch.
These Florence players look like they're playing pretty hard too as we're moving on here. I've been impressed with Peyton. Peyton seems to be involved in a lot when it comes to the boards underneath. He doesn't have a big frame. He's got kind of a tall frame, but it looks like he's spent some time in the weight room. Farmer, for the first time, gets the ball. He's checked into the game. Farmer brings it out, and it's going to fall off Mency, number 2, and it's going to be Gila Ridge ball. Kay's going to get the inbounds pass. Kay's going to bring it up as he approaches and passes the time stride. Up 22-13. The Gila Ridge Hawks on the Florence Gophers. Out to Stevens. Stevens, like you said, plays hard. Looks like Stevens plays kind of all over, being kind of that swingman body back and forth. There's Kay. Kay brings it. Oh, there's a long... I couldn't tell if that was a 3 or not.
No, it's a long 2.
And that is 22. That is Medina.
Stevens again down low, giving his team second and third chance opportunities, battling down low for the boards, gets that offensive rebound, goes back up hard, draws the foul. He'll go to the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw stripe.
I have Farmer whistled for his first. I have the team. I'm missing some fouls somewhere, but I'm allowed to miss a few. It is 10:30 in the morning at this Holiday Classic. Case Moore has checked in for the Gophers.
I'm surprised you're even keeping track of fouls, Aaron.
I'm trying my best. One thing I'm noticing, Brandon, you saw these Gophers yesterday, is that it looks like they utilize their bench. We've seen a lot of players already in this first half, whereas some teams, I call it the 4-4-4. You have the 4 starters, and then that guy that starts, and you have the other 4 that get a game, and then you have the other 4 that are the practice players. And so to see them rotate through, they've got some depth on the bench, which could be a factor as they're trying to get back in this game. There's Kay. Kay puts it up, misses off the mark.
Yeah, to go back to what you were saying, Aaron, you're absolutely right. The Gophers definitely do utilize their bench, and it's nice. It's certainly a benefit when you have a 5, 6, 7, 8 even man roster who you can rely on those 3 or 4 guys off the bench to come in and give you some solid minutes and some solid numbers.
Farmer brings it out, kicks it out to Peyton. Peyton off on his 3, and there's Stevens. I guess you talk about Kay doing the scoring. I can't think you can underestimate this Stevens fella and what he's doing for this Hawks team. That is a great job there by Wiggins. Wiggins driving the lane.
You got the offensive foul. They called the offensive
Oh, they
foul.
did call it,
yeah.
so no baskets. 24-15. 5 minutes left here in the second quarter at Blue Ridge High School.
Stevens definitely doing a good job getting his name in the running for our Deemer's Glass man of the game. If you need glass for your home or business, call Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Hands down the best place of quality glass at affordable prices. 1-888 Glassman. It's Deemer's Glass.
Great job there by Mency on kicking the ball out. Medina checking in for the Hawks.
Tell you what, though, this Hawks team has some size. Not necessarily bulk.
Bulk,
I mean,
but it's tall.
Stevens certainly has some size to him in the bulk area, but height-wise, the Hawks are a tall team.
Yeah, they bring something here. There's a ball inside to Stevens. Stevens backing down. Out to Wiggins. Wiggins with the two. 26-15, 4:30 left in the second quarter, and ball goes off and is simply going to turn back over to the Hawks.
That's frustrating as a coach you're down by 11, and you have a possession for 4 seconds, just an errant pass, trying to do too much with the ball. You need to take care of the ball, have a good offensive possession, get a good shot, and try to get back into this game.
Absolutely. You know, I might have missed, but I have K down for 12 right now, so he's definitely got about half the team's points, but I don't see this as a K effort. This is definitely a team that knows who their scorer is and is able to kick around the ball and is doing some very good things. I believe they play, let me look here, they have it in the bracket. I'm curious, I think they play in the 4A Southwest, so they have some tougher up-and-coming basketball teams that they play, but this Gila Ridge Hawks team is going to be able to play their style and compete, I would foresee, in most of their region games this year.
Yeah, I don't know much about that region. I don't know much about that conference, but I would, just by looking at the way they play as a team, they're patient on the offensive possessions, they utilize their skills. I see this Hawks team going a long way this season.
There's Stevens for another two, and he's doing a fantastic job. Look, there's Kay playing some defense. Kay with the knock. The steal's going to go to 25. Smith. However, Smith gets the ball to number 2, C.J. Wiggins. Wiggins hits a 2, and he's going to get himself rewarded with a free throw. 30-15. The Hawks have officially doubled up the Gophers here with Wiggins with a chance to put another bucket.
That's
the
frustrating
freeway.
as a coach as well. You turn the ball over, and then you do a frustration foul, and you turn a bad situation into a worse situation. That's a 6-point swing right there. Oh wow, what a block!
That's Kay again with some defense on number 24, Case Moore. Wow, some banging bodies around, and we're going to have a foul.
That's just unselfish basketball right there by the Hawks. Great job by our camera crew.
This is a good camera crew. They're doing a fantastic job.
I say it every game that the only weak link in our whole broadcast is you and I.
I don't doubt you. I've been involved with the iTalk team for just a few months now, and very impressed with the camera work, the professionalism, and the courtesy that they show, and the job that they do. Some good things happening. There's so many names we could shout out on this iTalk team. One in particular, though, is Chris Bennett.
I don't know who that is.
I don't really. I mean, I know who he is, but we're just being told to shout out to him.
Yeah. No, I've never heard that guy's name before in my life. I have no idea who they're talking about.
He's a good guy, and we appreciate his efforts here on the iTalk team.
You can hear Chris Bennett on the morning show on 92.5 Monday through Friday. We give him limited access to the microphones, though.
They don't give you much limited access, though.
Well, I'm the boss.
Glad to hear that. 33-15 here at Blue Ridge High School as we wind down the last 3 minutes of the second quarter here. As we see Seda take a long three and miss. There's Stevens again off the mark, but as we watch the Gophers bring it down here, Brandon, Peyton puts it finally in for two. You know, Brandon, to be cliche, what do the Gophers have to do to get back into this ball game?
Well, they have to be careful. They have to take better care of the ball, certainly, when they get the ball, especially after making a stop. You make a stop on the defensive end, you get the ball, you got to take care of the basketball. Now, you're not going to come down and make every single one of your shots, but take care of the basketball, get an open look, get a good shot, and certainly on defense, you're going to have to limit the second chance opportunities like happened just then, you got to box out the rebounders and get yourself a rebound.
35-17 with 2 minutes left. You know, Brandon, one thing as I'm looking down the very, very not so good book that I'm trying to keep here and do this game justice, I'm not noticing that the Gophers are getting to the line very much. And I'm not sure if that's because they're not being, getting the ball physically underneath, or if simply Gila Ridge is just playing that good a defense and kind of denying the ball as it goes in. I'm not sure what's going on, but I have the Gophers down for shooting 2 free throws, none this quarter. 35-19 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter, first half.
Aaron, on that point, I would say that the refs are doing a good job of letting the boys play, right? They're not trying to. Refs
Absolutely.
are definitely not making themselves a factor in this game. But 2, the Gophers just aren't being aggressive, trying to take the ball into the paint. They're shooting a lot of outside shots, which when you're down 16, you need a lot of points to come back. I understand taking the deep shots, but get inside, try to get a foul called like that, and there you go. So you be aggressive,
there you go.
Drive the ball, get a foul, and hopefully you get a few to go in and you convert to 3-point plays.
It's interesting because I've sat at the table at a lot of high school games over the years where I work at, and you hear some of the coach chirping. It's like, well, they shot 18 free throws this half, and we shot 2. Well, don't foul underneath.
Right.
These officials are absolutely letting the boys play, which I think is a good thing, but they're not calling a lack of fouls. Florence just hasn't been able to produce and hit those inside shots. They've gotten a couple good offensive rebounds, but then they, melee or miss the ball out of bounds or whatever they're doing.
Well, it doesn't help when you miss your free throws as well.
That's
going to be tough to
point.
back in the game when you get free ones and you can't take them. Oh, it's a good feed by Wiggins.
This is a pretty good Gila Ridge Hawks team.
What a great block.
There's Farmer taking the ball down, and we're going to have Peyton for another 3. He's going to be off the mark.
Oh,
Number
good.
5 rebound into 3, which is Farmer. Chappell with the rebound, kicks it in. Farmer for 2.
Yeah, that was a good job by Chappell. Head fake, getting the defender in the air and dumping the ball to his teammate underneath.
35-21 with 18 seconds left in the first half. Second quarter of our ball game here. Looks like Gila Ridge may be content with letting the clock wind down and take the last shot, but you can't do that when you force errors like that. White and Johnson are into the ball game. They're giving Kay and Wiggins a breather. 22 for Florence. Danny Setta is going to bring in the ball with 9 seconds left. 35-21. There's number 3. Chris Farmer hits another 2 underneath, and that's going to bring our quarter to a close with the score at the end of the first quarter. 35 for the Gila Ridge Hawks, 23 for the Florence Gophers. We're going to take a break here. This is Show Ford presentation of White Mountain Basketball on iTalk1067.com.
At Sud Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care at home.
I'm going to get a drink.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so we can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology. They work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings, offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
I chose Northland Pioneer College because it's close to where I live. My instructor taught me how to build a foundation and framing and use different tools I haven't used. There's always be work everywhere. I want to get educated and start from the bottom and learn how to find myself and what I can do. MPC is transforming my life.
I chose MPC because it offers good quality education. Ultimately, I want to be a nurse anesthetist, which is the start to that path. The instructors want you to succeed, which is really helpful. I've learned a lot so far in just one semester. It's incredibly crazy how much I've learned. Northland Pioneer College is transforming my life by helping me achieve my goals in my career.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earn. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at the locations in Pinetop and Heber, Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Bueller has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountain since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Bueller Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Bueller and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Bueller Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Bueller Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings, offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
I chose Northland Pioneer College because it's close to where I live. My instructor taught me how to build a foundation and framing and use different tools I haven't used. There's always be work everywhere. I want to get educated and start from the bottom and learn how to find myself and what I can do. MPC is transforming my life.
I chose MPC because it offers good quality education. Ultimately, I want to be a nurse anesthetist, which is the start to that path. The instructors want you to succeed, which is really helpful. I've learned a lot so far in just one semester. It's kind of crazy how much I've learned. Northland Pioneer College is transforming my life by helping me achieve my goals in my career.
Welcome back to Blue Ridge High School, home of the White Mountain Holiday Classic, the 20th annual White Mountain Holiday Classic. Not sure if that means it started in 1999 or 2000, Brandon, but
Well,
it's
that's the whole
20th
debate,
annual.
right, of when does the decade start on the 0 to 1?
Oh, do we have to get into that?
No, we
right
don't.
now?
No, we do not.
What's the other thing now is people are saying make sure you write 2020, not 20, because they can put a 19, because, you know, I have a bunch of money in my checking account
Yeah.
where you can worry about that.
I often hope that somebody steals my identity and then goes, oh, what did I do here? Like, please take over my identity.
You know, we look at the first half here, and we see this replay of Stevens going up strong and missing the bucket. He didn't seem to miss too many of those. The story, though, is Jamison K, huge first quarter with 3, 6, 8, 10 points, but only held to 2 free throws in the second quarter. Do you look to them to get the ball to him and extend this lead?
Well, certainly, but that's not their only weapon. Certainly, Wiggins is a major weapon for them. Medina is a solid weapon. We talked about Stevens already, busting the boards offensively and defensively. I think for the Gophers to be able to get back in this game, it's our ace hardware keys to the second half. The Gophers certainly need to take better care of the basketball, right? If you're down 11, every possession counts at this point. So take care of the basketball, crash the boards, get your own second chance opportunities, box out, get some offensive boards, drive the ball to the lane, get some fouls. Maybe you can get some of these guys in foul trouble that are, you know, the Wiggins and the Kays and the Stevens. Get them down, get a few fouls on them, have them take a seat, get yourself a chance and get back in this game. Basketball is a game of streaks, right? And momentum. You just need a couple of offensive possessions where you score and you have a good offensive possession. And you know, your streak will come. You get back into this game, but you got to take care of the basketball.
You got to, basically you're saying you got to chip away at the lead.
Sure.
Don't go for broke every time you're down the court.
Right.
Take care of the basketball. And, you know, they've kept K in check. We'll see what happens here as we start the third quarter. 35-24. The Gila Ridge Hawks up 11 on the Florence Gopher. There's K bringing it across for the start of this quarter. Gila Ridge does a great job about kicking around the perimeter, but they're not afraid to shoot at any time. There's Stevens over to Wiggins.
So the Gophers could take a page out of the Hawks playbook here where they're patient on the offensive possession. Patient.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Looking for the open shot. Try not to force anything.
They're going to whistle Peyton with his, I believe that's his first. Nope, they have him down as 2. Because my book is so accurate, I've decided to miss one. There's K back out to Stevens. Stevens, little showmanship with the ball dribbling there, and he goes in hard, and he's off the mark. And it looks like Wiggins is going to be whistled for a foul. A little aggression there early to start this third quarter.
Good defensive job by the Gophers. They're getting a stop. That's what they need. You know, the Hawks taking their time. They're patient on the offensive end. Good job defensively by the Gophers getting a stop. Now, here comes the second part. Take care of the basketball. Get an open look. Be patient with the ball.
One huge advantage here is I see that just the athleticism of the Hawks seems to outweigh the Gophers a little bit. The Gophers definitely have the size in a lot of ways, but each of these Hawks seem to be, you know, Stevens is even out on the perimeters. He's kind of their big guy, and he's even out on the perimeter shooting threes. So that's
great.
A hard 2 by Mency. Mency gives the Gophers their first points of the second half.
There's a travel. There you go. I'm not rooting for either team. I don't like to see a blowout. If we're going to cover the game, I want to see a good game.
That's how it always is.
We had a couple blowouts yesterday that, I mean, we're talking like 60-something to 10.
Whew, really?
Oh, man, those games are rough.
Which ones were those?
Well, let's not call anybody out, you know.
Oh, no, I mean, that's interesting. Was it just a case of one team is
that much
bigger school,
yes.
bigger, and they're just more of a dominant program?
Yeah, exactly right.
Let's not call anyone out. 35-26 here early in the second half. 6:30 left to play in the third quarter. There's Stevens in. Stevens with his own rebound off the mark. His own rebound again. And not going to get it the third time. kind of calling for a foul. Mency with the rebound for the Gophers. Mency over to Seta. Seta comes up, free throw jumper, good. Danny Seta for 2 for the Gophers.
Okay, so the last 3 possessions the Hawks have had, they've had a stop. They had a stop, a turnover, and then a stop. 2 of the 3 times the Gophers have scored, and now they're back within 7.
This is going to be a timeout by the Hawks. This is Show Ford's presentation of White Mountain Basketball on iTalk1067.com.
At Sun Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earn. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Welcome back to the Holiday Classic here at Blue Ridge High School, the White Mountain Firefighters Holiday Classic. And we are early into the third quarter with the Gila Ridge Hawks up 35-28 on the Florence Gophers. Gila Ridge is going to inbound the ball. Number 22, Medina, is going to inbound the ball. He's going to bring it into the backcourt to Connor White. Back over to Medina. Here's Kay. Kay goes to drive, and Peyton is going to be whistled for his third personal.
Had
and
some
the
words
second
for the
team
ref
of the
too
half.
there.
I don't think he was too happy about that. I'm not sure if Kay, the angle I had wasn't great, if Kay leaned into him, and then he kind of took advantage of that lean and but I did see a little bit of a push there.
Yeah, I didn't really see the foul either, but I'm not a referee.
I'm not a referee, and I'm not doing the game.
There's another turnover.
Another turnover by the Hawks, and that's their 5th offensive possession, and we're still at the point we were at to start the third quarter.
That's right.
35-28. The Gophers slowly chipping back at this game. There's 22. That's Seta. Kicks it, rebound back out to 22 again, misses again. Off the mark, rebound is by Farmer. Farmer out to Mency. Mency brings out the double team over to Peyton. Peyton looking. Now Peyton brings it to the middle. Peyton into the center court. Peyton off the leg of one of the Hawks, back to him. Peyton comes in, off the mark, gets his own rebound.
This is their 4th offensive rebound in this possession.
Farmer drives hard, and Farmer is whistled for Farmer's whistled with a foul, and they're going to give that to...
That's Kay.
Kay. That's going to be Kay's second personal. It's going to be the first team foul of the half for the Hawks. That's going to put Farmer at the line shooting 2.
You know what, Aaron, that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Gophers. That one possession right there is the epitome of what they need to do to get back in this game. 3 consecutive offensive rebounds. They drove the ball into the lane. They got one of the big guys for the Gophers to pick up a foul. Excuse me, for the Hawks to pick up a foul. Now what they need to do is they need to convert their free throws.
Brandon, to break away from the action for a little bit here, that's going to be Farmer whistled for his second personal, and that's going to be the third team. I've had a lot of dealings with coaches sitting at the table over the last years of high school ball, and I cannot tell you the number of times I've heard coaches say, we would have won the game if we would have made 75% of our free throws.
Sure.
Or we would have won the game if we would have made half our free throws. And I know that the fans look at it and kind of go, whoa here. We're if you just make your free throws, and I know that these coaches work on it and they have their boys shoot them on their own and they do things, but game time is different.
Yeah, you get nerves, It happens, but repetition. I mean, if you're shooting enough free throws, muscle memory takes over.
There is the first points of the second half for the Hawks.
You know who probably shoots really good free throws? Chris Bennett.
Never seen him play.
No, he's probably garbage, actually.
Is he? Well,
probably.
That's too bad. At Stevens, 2 points. Stevens' contribution to this team is big. What he does for this Hawks team. There's Peyton, nice kick out. Ultimately, Farmer's going to end up with it. Peyton sure playing a big part in the Gophers' offense this second half. Maybe not by scoring, but sure what he's doing to move this ball around. Farmer trapped in the corner. He's looking for Chappell. Chappell kicks it over to Peyton. Peyton brings it to the middle to Mency. Mency's going to turn around and put it and be off the mark. There's an offensive rebound by Mency, and Stevens is going to end up with that rebound for the Hawks. Nice play by Farmer to steal it away from Kay.
Oh, man.
Nice play by White to steal it away from Farmer. Farmer
That's
guarding
unfortunate.
White here. Stevens across. Stevens with the ball. Stevens, top of the key. Looking to drive. Stevens drive, takes the ball, and out of bounds, Hawks ball. 37-28, 3:46 left here in the third quarter. I just wish there would be one little turn and it would be a quick, tight ball game and we could go into this fourth. Ooh, there's Johnson at 3. Johnson stretches the lead, 40-28, 12-point lead now, 3:38.
Johnson, one of those bench players for the Hawks. You see his whole bench get really excited when he hit that 3.
That was a good job. It's Farmer off mark. However, rebounded by Chappell. Chappell goes, gets his own rebound, puts up another shot, and he turns it over on a shot to the Hawks.
Yeah, you got to give it up for Chappell. He got his own rebound, and he tries to go up strong. The problem is he's standing at 5'10", and the 3 guys around him are all standing over 6'4".
There's Jamison Kay with the 3. He's on the board in the second half. That extends the lead, 43-28, and that's that right there kind of put a little bit of a damper on the Gophers' comeback this quarter.
Yeah, well, they had their opportunities.
They did have their opportunities.
They're just not converting on their offensive possessions, not converting with their free throws. Like on that previous possession, when Chappell got his own rebound, you got to kick that ball out, try to reset up the offense. You got 3 guys around you. Down. I know you're trying to get a foul, but when you jump into a guy, you're not going to get that call.
Nope. There's the Gophers hopefully capitalizing on the turnover.
Move.
Great move.
Great ball
by
fake.
Chappell. Ball fake, and that's going to give us it's an 11-point lead, 43-32 with 2:22 left. There's Kay again, driving, and they're going to call that on the ground. Mr. Udall coming over here. Whistles the foul on number 2, Bryce Mency, his first personal, 5th team foul, and that could also be a little bit of a factor as we go into the bonus. We're 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in this quarter, and we're creeping up on the team fouls, 2 to 5.
Stevens.
Doing a great job. 45-32 here in the third quarter.
Hawks opting for a 2-3 zone.
They're going to whistle, I believe they're going to whistle Kay for that foul. That's going to be his third personal. Yep. Third personal, third team for Kay.
Plenty of time left, though. Here's the thing: you're only down 13. If you can get some stops, if you can go into the fourth period being down 9.
It's always my make or break mark. There's a steal by the Hawks.
Dunk it. Oh, come on.
Number 12, Connor White misses the dunk.
I love that he tried it,
but
though. I love that he went
47-32.
For it. Do it again. Oh.
That time he's going to get a foul. Let's see who they're calling that on.
That could have been scary.
More importantly, that's the 6th team foul for the Gophers, so the bonus starts after this, and we have White at the line to shoot 2. 47-48, 32 here.
White converts both of his Mountain Mobile Autoglass free throws.
49-32, 1:30 left here in the third quarter. Going to be midpoint of the second half here pretty soon. Oh. Johnson whistled for the foul. That's his first personal, 4th team for the Hawks. It's going to put Farmer at the line to shoot 2. And he converts for the first free throw today. He's now 1 of 5 on the morning.
That's not good.
It's rough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's
not good.
Farmer at the line. 49-34 as the seconds are ticking down here in the third quarter. Minute 15 left to play. Johnson's going to get the ball, and he's going to be whistled for a travel.
Okay, so for the Gophers, you got to take advantage of these gifts, right? So the Hawks turn the ball over. You're down 15. What you don't need is to turn the ball over or force a shot. drive the ball through the lane, try to get a foul, or pass the ball around, work your offense, get yourself an open shot, get yourself an open look.
You know, in football, the team that capitalizes off turnovers, one, they've created a turnover, two, they capitalize off of them, is how you win games. It's not much different in this sport, it's just that it happens at a much faster pace. And we're going to have a skirmish and a whistle, but Mr. Udall, the referee, is going to call this a jump.
The ball's going to stay in the possession of the Gophers. You see the Hawks playing a 2-3 zone. The way to beat a zone is you have to penetrate it. So they did it right. You drive, you penetrate the zone, but then when the shot's not there, you kick it back out, find the open man.
For sure. There's Peyton going in. He's going to be whistled dead. Peyton's going to go to the line, and we're going to have number 12, Connor White, with his first personal, 5th team foul. 47.2 seconds left, 49-34. The Gila Ridge Hawks up on the Florence Gophers. Peyton at the line. Peyton's first one is up, and it is good.
What kind of sound does a Gopher make anyway, Aaron?
You know, I lived on the campus of the University of Minnesota for about 6 months of my life, and I never heard or saw a golden gopher the entire time I was there. So I couldn't tell you.
I'm gonna venture out and say that gophers are a myth. They don't actually exist.
I think the gophers are part of the rodent family.
No,
I think
true.
hawks eat gophers.
Probably.
Like they swoop down. But you know what? We're not really here to talk about the ecological
right.
systems of farm country. We're here to look at some basketball. There's the ball out to Johnson. Johnson brings it back to the middle. Ends up in the hands of Smith. Smith's going to dribble. 25 seconds left, and we're going to get whistled for an offensive foul. White 12. That is Connor White for his second personal. Now the 16th foul. Both teams are teetering on the 6 line here in the first half, which means the next one not a player possession foul.
Now this is why when you have a team who's almost in the bonus, you have to make penetration. Penetrate the lane, get some fouls called. Good job, penetration right there. Now go up. Attaboy, Chapel. There it is. Tell you what, Chapel, he's not the tallest guy, but that guy can get up. He's at the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw line. His first of 2 is good. 8.8 seconds remaining here in the third period. 49-36, the Hawks over the Gophers.
And we have established that in nature, Hawks are over Gophers constantly.
Six seconds.
Makes both of them from the line. That brings us 49-37 with 2 seconds left, and that. All right. That brings us to the end of the third quarter with the score. Hawks 49, Gophers 37. This is Show Ford's presentation of White Mountain Basketball on iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Welcome back to Blue Ridge High School, home of the White Mountain Holiday Classic. We're going to turn it over to Brandon Todd with a list and a thanks and a shout-out to our sponsors today.
Yeah, as we start the Northland Pioneer College fourth period, when it comes time to tip off your college education, make sure you choose the college with the lowest tuition in Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College. I want to give a shout-out to Ace Hardware. If you need a key replaced any day of the night, any night of the week, give them a call. Ace Hardware, your helpful place with 3 locations, Pine Top, Overguard, and Show Low. And obviously Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center. If your athlete gets injured, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center has everything your child needs to get back in the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center. I want to go back over to our boy White on that in the third period when he tried to dunk it. If he had dunked it, that would have been a solid candidate for our Beeler Orthodontics Live a Smile, Love Your Smile straight line play of the game. But it still might be in the running just because of effort. I love the fact he had the confidence to go up and try to dunk it.
I'm all for that. You know, Brendan, as we can watch we have the luxury of turning it over to home, so you don't have to listen to us. You know, create the picture in your head of the play-by-play. As I was doing the stats for the third quarter there, seemingly I felt most of the quarter that the Gophers were chipping back at that lead. Well,
funky Cole Medina there with the three-pointer.
As I look at the the stats for that third quarter, the Gila Ridge Hawks actually outscored the Gophers in that quarter 14-13. So what little chance the Gophers had to get back in at that quarter kind of fell to the wayside. There's Kay with a rebound.
They had their opportunities, though,
They
Aaron.
did.
They just didn't capitalize.
Up 52-37 with 7:19 left here in the fourth quarter, or the second half, whatever you can. Brandon, something we were talking about last game with Abe Bod and myself was the shot clock in high school. Yay or nay?
No,
You're not for it.
Oh, excuse me. Yes, I am. I was confused. I am for the shot clock in high school basketball.
And would you state a particular reason why?
Well, I just think it's good for the game. I think it's good for because when you go to college, you have a shot clock, right?
Exactly.
So it certainly prepares those players for that aspect of the game. And two, it's a good way just to speed up the pace. It doesn't allow a team to toss the ball around the the perimeter for a full minute. Like
last game, we had Fort Thomas and Santan, and at that time, we had Fort Thomas did a 4-minute and 10-second stall in the corner to move us into halftime.
Yep.
So anyway, number 2, Mency at the line, misses his first, which means he doesn't get a second in the rules of the 1-and-1. Gila Ridge with the ball, brings it down. Wiggins with the ball. Wiggins dribbles, moves it to the middle to Kay. Kay brings it to the top of the key, kicks it over to White. White throws it back to Smith. No, to Stevens. No.
It was Medina.
To Medina. Yeah, I'm not really a tone loc. I can't really represent that. Here's Medina to inbound the ball. Medina over to Wiggins. Wiggins, 5-foot jumper, no good. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul on 5. Chuppel. This is a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw as Wiggins comes to the line to shoot the first end of his 1-on-1, and he's going to reward himself with a second. 53-37, 6:29 left here to play in the fourth quarter, second half of this ball game. Wiggins makes the second end of his 1-and-1, 54-37. Brandon, looking forward, did you get a chance to watch the Santan Foothills SaberCats play yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
And so thoughts on, we're not supposed to really move forward. We're going to move forward a little bit here with a 14-point lead of the Hawks over the Gophers. Are you, and I hope I eat my words, I hope it comes back to be a great game. And look at that. We got Peyton in, puts it in for 2. 54-42. We're going to take a timeout after the replay. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of White Mountain Basketball on
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so we can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware, their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final countdown of the game, the fourth quarter, with the Gila Ridge Hawks leading the Florence Gophers 54-42 in this White Mountain Holiday Classic, 20th annual White Mountain. I'm Aaron Hughes. I'm reading the screen there. Brandon, I am. Wow.
That was great.
I've got to confess, I'm a school teacher. I am.
Well, Hawks maintain this lead. I think it's going to be a great game. I think they match up well sidewise. I think they also match up with their athleticism and their speed, their ability to shoot the outside jumper. I think it'll be a good game. But here's the thing. There's still 6 minutes left in this game, and a lot of stuff can happen, especially if the Gophers go on a little bit of a run here.
What's going to happen? I believe the Gophers are going to get whistled for another one. That's going to put them not quite into the 2-shot. 52. That's going to be Peyton for his 4th. It's going to be the 8th team. That's going to be a little bit of a loss for him as he's done a lot of directing traffics for the Gophers this half.
Doesn't look like they're gonna sit him. They don't have anybody waiting to check in.
Here we go. 1-on-1. And Connor White's going to get rewarded with the first end of his 1-and-1. Connor looks at the basket, takes the dribble, he puts it up, and he's going to get the second of the bonus. 55-42 here. 5:41 left in the fourth quarter of this White Mountain Holiday Classic. We're at a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw. And White decides he's going to make both of those 1-and-1. Takes the lead 56-42, up 14 with 5 minutes and 30-ish seconds left here in the fourth quarter, the second half. Oh. Nice pick by Connor White. Back to Kay. Kay throws it forward to Peyton Smith. Smith off the mark. Rebound is by Kay. Kay's going to dribble, and he's going to have a fight for a layup.
Yeah, so he missed his own layup, got his own rebound, putback didn't go, and then a rebound by Wiggins. His putback won't go either. And then another turnover here by the Gophers.
I'm glad you weren't blocked by the officials like I was. There's Kay out on the near side. Kay throws it from long. I would say way downtown, but we are in Lakeside. I don't know if Lakeside has a defined downtown. Show Low has kind of a downtown, doesn't it?
No, come on. I gotta say though, it's pretty remarkable by Kay to not only have the ability but the confidence just to pull up a deep jumper like that.
That's an NBA range three he shot right
There's
there.
another one right there.
And that's Stevens. And I said it before, Kay's going to get the credit as the scorer, but I've been impressed with this Stevens young man. It's going to be interesting to see how the Santan SaberCats adjust to him moving forward.
If you don't mind, I just want to go ahead and give our Deemer's Glass Man of the Game award to Stevens.
Oh, thank you. I would have said that
He's
too.
been pounding boards on both offensive.
Who sells?
Hey, Funky Cole Medina again for a three. Deemer's Glass
62-42.
If you need a glass for your home or business, if you don't mind if we just keep it right
Yeah,
here.
let's
If you
keep
need
it right
glass
here.
for your home or business, Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call. Quality glass at affordable prices. That's Deemer's Glass, 1 AAA Glassman. Congratulations to Stevens of the Gila Ridge Hawks is our glass man of the game. Stick around as we are going to, here in a couple minutes, announce our Honda Ski Outdoor Sport Player of the game. For the best selection of hiking, hunting, fishing, and camping gear on the mountain, go to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, south of Pine Top on Highway 260. And Aaron, who would you say our top contenders are for our Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport Player of the game?
I got to go Jameson Kay.
It's hard not to, right?
It's hard not to.
How many points is he?
I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18.
18 points here with 4. I'll bet he'll finish. He'll probably finish with a little over 20 points in the game. Certainly a top contender for our Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport Player of the game. And we're still looking for our Beeler Orthodontics Live to Smile, Live to Smile straight line play of the
We
game.
think we have it.
Oh, yeah, we put that.
The dunk.
The attempted dunk. Remember, he didn't actually dunk it.
Can
It
you
was
touch the rim?
It doesn't matter. We're not talking about
No.
me. What do you mean, can I touch the rim?
I can't.
I used to be able to touch the rim.
I'm built like the ball.
I once dunked a tennis ball in high school. That was kind of cool.
I used to be able to touch the rim in high school, but there's a lot of things I could do in
You know
high
who
school.
could never touch the rim?
Who?
Chris Bennett.
I just don't see him touching them.
No. Chris Bennett was the mascot of his high school, right? And one time at a pep rally, he wanted to dunk the ball. So his mom bought him a trampoline to jump off of, but she bought him an aerobic trampoline that had no spring to it. And so 10 times he tried to dunk it, failed every time. How hysterical is that?
Is this a true story?
That's a true story.
Did he go to high school? Is he
Catholic.
with you? Oh, he's a.
I love Chris, but that's a great story.
That's one of those that you just don't believe. So he was the mascot.
Yeah.
And they're the Sentinels. Sword and all?
Probably.
There's Stevens again. Look at Stevens. Just, oh.
Chris is known to have the smallest sword of all the mascots.
62-42, 3 minutes and 32 seconds left here in the White Mountain Holiday Classic, 20th annual White Mountain Holiday Classic at Blue Ridge High School.
Great replay there on that block on the previous possession by the Gophers.
Stevens makes his first one.
Okay, so we'll give our Beeler Orthodontics Live to Smile, Love to Smile straight line play of the game to, is it Connor? Is it Connor White? Is that his name? What's his first name?
Yeah, Connor
Connor White with the attempted dunk. I love the confidence, love the effort. Even though he didn't get the dunk, certainly worthy of our straight line play of the game.
63-42, just under 3.5 left to play here in the fourth quarter. The Gophers fighting, but they're just kind of getting a little bit sloppy with the ball. These tournaments are hard because you want to win, you want to do your best, but in the scheme of the whole season, the Blue Ridge Holiday Classic is an important tournament to find out where your team's at, get your team some games against some new opponents. But in reality, it's getting you ready to tune up for that important part of the season, which is the region play. And I don't know much about the Hawks region, but I do know that the Gophers are going to have a. Oh, that was Rosenberry.
Rosenberger.
63-44 here.
Ooh.
That's a quote from Rookie of the Year for
Yeah,
those
it
of you who
is.
didn't know.
Atta boy. It's Wiggins on the putback.
Wiggins from the putback. Some people like heat, some people like ice. Heat up the ice.
Hot ice. You heat up the ice.
Oh,
what a move by Peyton.
Oh, what a move by
Wow,
Peyton.
What a move.
Wow. Great job by Peyton.
Look at this replay right here.
65-46. Here we go.
Great
Look at
up
this,
and
Peyton.
under. Wow, that's a great move.
That's reminiscent of some 1990 NBA
Michael
video
Jordan.
game stuff. Come Fly With Me 1990. You're a little too young to remember that, I bet.
I believe I can.
What year were you born, Brandon?
87.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think Kay might have got a little bit of a travel there. 65-46 left here in the fourth. 65-46. 65-46 the score. 1 minute, 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
I'm Aaron Hughes.
Good
This is
drive.
Brandon Todd. We have Peyton Smith moving up, putting it up for two. 67-46 our score here at Blue Ridge High School. You know, Brandon, this is the point in the game where you got to start looking ahead, and we have these Hawks playing the Santan Foothill SaberCats in a championship match in this tournament. And although it is a tournament, the teams are going to put forth, you know, some championship effort to try to do what they can to win this thing. Do you see a good matchup in that game? Because right now I see the Hawks as definitely the favorite, but Santan has some of those.
What time is that
scrappy
game going to be
players.
played?
I believe it's 4:30 this afternoon.
Yeah, so there's plenty of time for both teams to rest. I would say that it's going to be certainly the best matchup of the whole tournament, as it should be for the championship game.
It should be.
But I imagine we're going to see some fast-paced ball. We're probably going to see some high-scoring action. I would imagine that it'll be quite the game to watch. It certainly won't be a toss the ball around the perimeter for 4 minutes type of game. I bet there's going to be a lot of action, a lot of three-pointers, and we're going to see a lot of high-scoring action. I use the word action a lot in that description.
All right, we're going to bring this down. We're going to keep it here before we end this game here.
Let's go ahead and announce
25.5 seconds, and let's go to Brendan Todd for the rest of the.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and announce our Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport player of the game. Remember, for the best selection of hiking, hunting, fishing, camping gear on the mountain, go to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, just south of Pine Top on Highway 260. And I'm with you, Aaron. I think it's hard not to give the player of the game to the best player on the winning squad, Jamison Kay, the junior, certainly the leader offensively for the Hawks. But not just in the scoring action, though. I mean,
he's been playing some defense.
And great vision on the court, too. He's unselfish with the basketball. He has a way of finding the open man. So congratulations to Jamison Kay, our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game.
You know, let's not we've had some great players on both teams. I'm still impressed with the Stevens young man in this game and what he's done, and he's come to play, and his contributions on offense and on defense. And the Gila Ridge Hawks get their substitutes in the game, and these young men practice every day. They're the ones that make the starters better, so it's good to see them get in the game, getting a chance to play. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, clock ticking down, and we're going to have a final score here, 71-51 here at Blue Ridge High School in the White Mountain Holiday Classic. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of White Mountain Basketball on iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 KNKI Pine Top and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and Little Bluebird Studios. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communications station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the express written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.
Johnson